when they get out and run. But the key is really going to be slow them down a little bit, limit fast break opportunities, transitional buckets. You might see some players chew up some fouls tonight for the Sun Devils and look to them to go to the bench as well. All right, we'll have the opening tip-off on the other side. It'll be the Sun Devils against Fully Feared. Keep it locked in to Warriors League Thailand 2026 on a Saturday afternoon. All right, so we get set for our next game of the afternoon. And how about this? Just as I say, fully feared only dresses 5. They've got I guess you can say, a little company on the bench right now with a 6th player suited up. I love their uniforms. They are just absolutely the sharpest uniforms, I would say, right now in the tournament. The black and the yellow, and it's just, gives a little cachet, a little juice, if you will, and a little chip on that shoulder, which kind of personifies his squad right now. 3-0, looking to move to 4-0. Sun Devils in their sharp white and red uniforms as well. This is going to be a really good contest. As I mentioned at the onset, my keys to the game, I think the Sun Devils need to slow it down, half-court offense in this one. Fully feared has it, moving right to left, and a little stop and pop to start things off. That doesn't drop. We'll get you caught up on the starters as well in this one. It's got to be Hagee, Johnson, Walker, Robinson, and I believe number 37, Green. And we'll just confirm in a moment. Turnover, fully feared has it, bounce pass, and then it's going to go back the other way. Nice little hustle play for the Sun Devils coming back early on in this one. And the first 2 belong to the Sun Devils right off the glass. As I mentioned, they want to press and face guard. I also believe the 3-point shot's going to be vital. So I mentioned it'll be Murphy, McDonald, Mora, Lawrence, and also McGilbra. For fully feared, Johnson, Walker, Freeman, Green, and I believe it's going to be number 38. I believe it's going to actually be Hilbali. So it's good that we ran that down officially. Sometimes the rosters are fluid and they change, as everyone knows. Tough off-balance shot. Oh, that is a dandy that just dropped home. 2-2, minute in. Drop off. And as the rosters change too, we also like to note, I mentioned, so Johnson donning number 5, typical. Walker coming off his first career triple-double, number 23. Freeman will be donning number 35. Green, number 37. DeMonte Green in his debut, 14, 10, and 16 as well. And I need to see number 24, which would kind of be an interesting story if Robinson's not on the floor, but I'll double check, so just bear with me for a moment. Because he's having a monster tournament. The third, 4th time, still doesn't fall. My goodness, coming back the other way, the Sun Devils have it, a 5-4. Drop off inside one more time. Nothing doing. So fully feared, they get out, they run, they can score in bunches. Johnson averaging 25, Walker averaging 21 plus. Hagee, a very good-looking 6'1" guard. He's a double-double machine. They converge defensively. They also can play very good on the low block. And they can beat you in a variety of ways. Their game, they want to get out, they want to push, they want to push, they want to push. Transitional buckets, high flyers, they can dunk all over the place. They're a fun team to watch. Try to go inside, and Sun Devils did a good job of clogging up the lane. They had that 91-83 win over the Hunters. And one of the reasons they won that game, 22 fast break points. So they got out and they ran as well, and they're leading this one 5-4. Under 6 to go in this first quarter. Oh, nice take and contested shot doesn't drop. Fully Feared has it. There's your outlet. Look out! And a two-handed flush coming back the other way. Johnson averaging 25 and 5. Top 3 when you're talking about three-pointers made in this tournament. So look for him to get a little spacing on the floor, some kick out and some shots coming back the other way, and that drops home. McDonald. Walker. Spin move with the left hand. Puts it down. I mean, he's got that very first quick step, that smooth lefty. Prince Walker goes to the line. 21, 10, and 7. His first triple-double last time out. Versatile, quick first step. Stops in Mexico and China. Change of pace. Goes to the line for 2. Count it. Oh, that is a confidence builder right now. Lawrence, el único 6'5" New Orleans product, looking to convert to three-point play. They will love to get him into the flow of the offense early and often. Does most of his damage right on that low block and drops it home. So offensively, I like what I'm seeing from the Sun Devils. They're going to bang. They want to be a little physical. And then thus far, defensively, they have not really allowed Fully Feared to get out and do what they do best, and that's get up and down the floor. But you can tell this game already has a certain level of intensity, and we're only 5 or 6 minutes in, but you feel it. Look out. Oh, coming back. Missed a one-handed jam. And now a jailbreak and an easy lay-in. So those are opportunities if you're Sun Devils you can ill afford to miss. Look for number 8 Mora, too. He's a good-looking player. He offensively, he's a double-double machine as well. Long 3. That doesn't fall. Fully Feared wants to push it, moving right to left. Trailing 11 to 10. 3:48 to go. Stop and pop. No good. Little short. Couple bad turnovers last possessions. Johnson able to get his own rebound off a little awkward shot. Second time around, Fully Feared takes the lead, 12-11, 3:22 to go. And that dropped. This is a good pace right now for the Sun Devils. Turnover, Fully Feared, so another opportunity. They're working hard off the glass. Can't corral it. Fully Feared coming back. Very out of sync right now. Trailing 15-12, 2:22 to go in this first quarter. Moore, McDonald, these are players to watch for the Sun Devils. Murphy, number 5. Had that ridiculous one-handed jam last weekend. One of the highlights of the week. 2-man game. Off balance. An opportunity to go to the line. Second is true. And McDonald and Scott, too, they give a little spark for the Sun Devils. Turnover. That's a triple team. Kick out 3. That doesn't fall. Tipped around. Back out. Another opportunity for Fully Feared. Trying to crash the glass and the boards. Oh, nice outlet pass, though. And a trailer. Doesn't drop. And you're going to get the blocking call for Fully Feared. So an opportunity for the Sun Devils to go to the line. That'll be Kenneth Scott for 2. Sun Devils up by 1, 15-14 in a very fast-paced first quarter. And this pace, this score right now, the way this game is starting to break out, this favors the Sun Devils. That was the personal foul on Hagee, by the way. Long 3 contested. Fully Feared claiming that right hand, one of the players of the Sun Devils got a paw on it, so they'll retain possession. You saw Green state in his case, number 37. He'll flash out top. Off balance, that doesn't drop, so Walker misses the contested 3. Sun Devils want to push up by 2. And you see, as soon as that rebound's right there, Fully Feared, you see 1 or 2 players, they want to get out and run, and they try to trap underneath. They do a good job. Sun Devils got to pop it right back out. Mora has it now, looking for a little spacing. 6-footer, that's off the mark. And once again, just outworking underneath the glass for a tough hoop. Fully Feared wants to talk about it. Nope, check that. We are at the end of the first quarter. Man, that was a fast-paced first quarter, 16-14. Obviously, for Fully Feared, right now, no signs of number 24, Jordan Robinson. He's a player that's averaging 34 points, 25 rebounds per contest. You see Rock Johnson giving instructions right now to the squad. They dress 7. And we take a look at the Sun Devils. They're up 2, 16-14. We take a look at some of the highlights from quarter number 1. Johnson with 8, Walker with 2, Freeman with 2 for Fully Feared. Murphy with 4, McDonald with 6, and Lawrence with 5 for the Sun Devils. They lead it 16-14. Started the second quarter. Sun Devils in the white, Fully Feared in the yellow and black. Fully Feared looking to move to 4-0 with a win. They got to figure out who's going to step up offensively. They want to get out and run. Right down the boulevard, underneath with the right hand. Tough shot, contorted his body. Knotted up. Check that, 18-16, but that's a good start. Thought about the 3, puts him on the floor, 6 out. That drops. Like the assertiveness by Freeman, last couple series right now, number 35 for Fully Feared. Look, Walker, Johnson, Freeman, Green, these guys can score. With no Robinson, ooh, two-handed jam. Oh, get out of the way. And just as I say that, a little nasty dunk. Drawing the contact. Well, just as I mentioned, Fully Feared, and who's going to step up offensively. You'll see some of that veteran leadership. You know, they're a confident team. One of 2. Let's see a little more of the guard play and breakdown from the Sun Devils, whether it's going to be Murphy, McDonald. .2019, 2 minutes in the second quarter. Fully Feared moving right to left with a shake and bake. They'll draw out that double. That doesn't fall. Tipped around, trying to get the rebound. Sun Devils have it, almost lose it, and they do throw it right back away. Fully Feared now coming back again. Long 3. Count that bucket. And just like that, they take the lead. 22-20, 7:43 to go in the second quarter. Sun Devils a little sloppy over the last several possessions, and you see the frustration starting to settle in. Need a little more composure. McGilbro's getting a little frustrated. Comes in 12-5 a contest. But Green certainly has been the catalyst for Fully Feared. 22-20. 7.5 to go. McDonald, he'll drop it off. Off balance, foul line, doesn't fall, tipped around. Johnson has it, now they want to get going. Fully Feared does, up by 2. Defensively, excellent job by the Sun Devils, clogging up that lane, but then they throw it right away. Uncharacteristic, that was Morrow on the turnover. 6'3" guard from Pomona College. He's going to have a say in this one as well. If they can get the appropriate spacing, he can knock down some shots. He's one of the best three-point shooters of this tournament. He's already made 12. All right, timeout on the floor, 22-20. Sun Devils want to talk about it. 7:05 to go in this second quarter of action. This is Warriors League Thailand 2026. Spin move off the glass. Knotted up. There's 7 to go in this second. Little double. Ooh, dribbled right between the double team. Excellent job. It's a heck of a sequence right there. McDonald wants to go down on the low block inside. They'll skip it one more time. Now back over to McDonald. Puts him on the floor. Floater. Count it. 2-on-1. Johnson. Handoff. On the back the other end. That's Fully Feared's game. McDonald thought about the 3. Stutter step. Drew him out. And that drops home. Murphy drops it in. Averaging close to 28. And another 3 coming back the other end. Rock Johnson says, anything you can do, I can do better. Now the game's starting to open up. 5:33 to go in this second quarter. Skip pass, Coffin corner. Give it right back up. McDonald can't find netting in that one. Johnson has it. Opportunity. And a drop off one more time. And an easy lay-in. And now the Sun Devils want to take a timeout and talk about it. 5:14 to go in this second quarter. Fully Feared up by 3, 30-27. Well, if you're Fully Feared, you lead by 4 right now, 31-27. You're getting some good offensive contributions. Achor Haleh has 8 in 11 minutes. DeMonte Green, who's averaging 7s, contributing with 3, a couple assists, a couple rebounds, some good energy. Freeman, as we mentioned, 7, and then Rock Johnson's going to have to do the bulk of the scoring with 11 this evening. (31-27), 5 minutes to go in this second quarter. Sun Devils led it pretty much the entire way until the last couple moments in flurry right here. Fully Feared on a little run and defensively starting to clamp down. 3-on-2 an opportunity. Stolen away. And again, they'll go right back to the line. Up 5, 32-27. Prince Walker, extremely versatile. We talked about that first step, explosive, first career triple-double. last week, 21-10. He's just been a monster. Those are opportunities you can ill afford to miss. And they'll make you pay, and that's exactly what Philly Field did. Another turnover by the Sun Devils. So getting a little sloppy over the last several minutes right now. They want to talk about it. Yeah, I would try to slow it down a little bit. They need to figure out right now, get back into that offensive rhythm that they had early on. But you can see a little indecisiveness right now, where to go with the basketball, and Philly Field starting to ratchet up defensively. Another bad turnover by the Sun Devils, 35-27, and this is where it gets a little dicey. 6.8-point margin all of a sudden quickly balloons to 10-12 points, and then you're going into the locker room and you're being run out of the building right now. So the Sun Devils have to clamp up a little bit defensively right now, and you see Philly Field wants to work in that half-court offense a little bit. The respect they have for their shooters, and rightfully so, they're forcing them to come out and guard them, which plays right into Philly Field's hands. Sun Devils ice cold from the floor and an easy jailbreak opportunity. So you're seeing that burst like that. Little A2 spurt. And finally it drops home. They needed that bucket. Bounce pass and a dandy kick out. Johnson puts it on the floor. Hand off, 6-footer. That doesn't fall. Sun Devils now down 11. So the call's on the floor. Murphy drew the contact. Was he in the act of shooting? That's the question, and it appears so. Sits at 11. Johnson, long three. Never really squared his shoulders or set for the shot. Rock Johnson last weekend, brilliant. 23 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. And Walker with the triple-double as well. 40-31, Philly Field up by 9. No box out after the miss. Largest lead. At 11, jailbreak coming back, 3-on-2. So explosive. Absolutely just brilliant take by number 5. Just a dangerous player. Anytime he wants to put it on the floor, he can go right to the tin, take his defender off the ball. 44-33, lead still 6. At 11, and mind you, no 24 for Philly Field. Jordan Robinson, 34 and 25. It just shows you how good this team is. Johnson again, no one boxed him out. Number 5 absolutely wrecking this game right now, 46-33. Starting to press a little bit right now, and it's giving the Sun Devils all kinds of issues. Two on one. They took advantage of it. In and out, doesn't drop. In traffic, go reset. Nice drop off. Oh, rejected. Good defense by Fully Feared right there. Johnson is just taking over this game with 15 points, 7 of 10 from the floor. So Scott comes back in for Hartman. Second is no good. Sun Devils now trailing by 12. Ooh, Johnson thought he got ball on that one. Drew a little bit of the contact though. And Lawrence goes to the line for 2. Left it short. 11 seconds to go in the second quarter. Sun Devils raced out to a nice little cushion. Sound basketball, one turning it over. But then defensively, they had some lapses. They couldn't knock down their shots. And then it played right into Fully Fear's hands. They can settle for the last shot here, up 47-36. Got to get going right now, though. See if they flash for Johnson. Wants it. Long 3. Off the mark, tipped around. Sun Devils have it. And at the half, they've got a little bit of work to do, trailing this one 47-36. We'll give you halftime stats coming back on the other side. Midway through game number 2 on a Saturday afternoon, Warriors League Thailand 2026. Quick timeout. We'll come back on the other side. And at the half, we welcome you back. Rich Quinones is on the call this afternoon into the evening. Fully Feared struggled a little bit offensively early. The first couple minutes in the first started to get their rhythm and rhyme late, and then went on a nice little 8-2 spurt midway through the second. Sun Devils missed a couple of second chance opportunities. See some of the jailbreak opportunities coming back the other end by Fully Feared. They lead at 47-36. For the Sun Devils, Murphy with 9, McDonald with 9, Lawrence with 10. Also added 4 rebounds, a couple assists, 9 turnovers as a whole for the Sun Devils. And they've also been able to get to the line just only 7 times, 3 of 7 from the charity stripe. 3-point shooting's not there, 3 of 10. Overall shooting 40% from the floor. For Fully Feared, the big story, if you're just tuning in, no number 24 Jordan Robinson, Warriors Thailand leader in scoring, 34 points per contest, 25 rebounds as well, but the offensive slack has been picked up. Brock Johnson, 15 points, 7 and 11 from the floor. They've done a good job of not turning the ball over, and also have done a wonderful job winning the battle on the boards right now, 21-19 with that edge over the Sun Devils. Walker adding 4, Freeman adding 9, Green adding 7, and then Halela adding 10 as well, contributor off the bench. And that's where we sit after 2, 47-36, third quarter coming up on the other side. All right, so we are set for the third quarter of action. (47-36). Fully Feared on top. Now moving left to right, yellow and black uniforms. Off the miss, Sun Devils now in transition. An easy look inside, and a good job by shielding, protecting the basketball. Lawrence, I believe, with 2, cutting the deficit to 7. The step back 3 doesn't drop. Sun Devils now with an opportunity the other end. Another easy lay-in. So a little 4-0 spurt, minute in, third quarter. Walker. See, Walker will penetrate. Johnson will then kind of flash. They go inside. And contested shot. An excellent job, though, of still dropping it in. So you got some offensive output right now, 2 to 3 players in Walker, Green, Johnson. For fully feared. McDonald got caught, gives it up, and little baby bounce drops home for Murphy. So 6-0 spurt right now, 49-44. 8:13 to go in this third quarter. Fully feared was up by 11. They lead it by 5. Johnson now pulls out the defender. Throws a double, triple team. Still figures out a way to knock it home. Oh, nice look. Right off the dribble. Lawrence dropped it off, and McDonald couldn't convert. Coming back. And they're getting production where they need it tonight. Speaking of fully feared. Up 9. Spin move and a dandy. Oh, rejected with the weak side help, and here's a jailbreak opportunity. And an easy two-handed jam coming back the other end. This is where they get you when they run out like this. Long 3 by Johnson. Doesn't drop. Murphy tips it around. It's going to stick with fully feared. But this is exactly what they want, this type of pace. And I will tell you something else, too. You talk about some of the production. They need it from unsung heroes. Alala is having himself a game. 14 points in 16 minutes. Number 38. Fully feared, a player to watch. Spin move off the glass. Count it! A little hoop and harm. Friedman, averaging 11 and 12, goes to the line. So a little run to start the third quarter by the Sun Devils, and then fully feared counters when a run of their own. Got a lane violation. 57-44. Lead sits at 13. They were down early in this one, and now the largest of the night is 13 points. 57-44. Tough off bounds hoop. Got to work for that one. Stops bleeding a little bit. 57-46. Under 6 to go. Johnson has it. Lawrence trying to body him up. Freeman sets the screen. Johnson being harassed. Almost stolen away. Excellent job right there. Great defense by Lawrence. Number 11 making his presence felt. Murphy, they'll pull him out defensively. Long 3. High arcing shot. Doesn't drop for Walker. Sun Devils now. A line drive, 7-footer. Elbow J right near the foul line, and that drops. And they'll double again, trying to find that primary ball handler for fully feared. Went to the alley-oop. Numbers, 3-on-1. Euro step. But these are the shots you gotta convert. You gotta convert if you're the Sun Devils, especially in transition. We are at 5 minutes to go in this third quarter. And you see, fully feared, they've had to work for their buckets. Obviously, no production from Robinson, not available this afternoon. But Johnson, Walker, Green, giving them some really good production. Lawrence, kick out, 3. Coming back the other end, 3-on-2, fully feared. Those are the possessions where you need your primary ball handler there. They're not suited. If Johnson doesn't have it and/or Walker in transition like that, you want to pull that ball back and reset. 4:24 to go. Some fresh bodies coming in respectively for both squads. 57-48, fully feared up by 9. Looking to move to 4-0 in this tournament. Sun Devils looking to pull off the upset. Certainly hanging around within striking distance. A little fortuitous bounce right back in the hands of the Sun Devils. They convert down 7, 57-50, under 4 to go. I mean, Johnson, no hesitation, just pulls the trigger. It doesn't even matter if you put a hand in his grill, he's going to knock it down. Murphy can't get it to drop. Long outlet, stolen away by the Sun Devils. They clog the middle and the passing lane quickly. Behind the back, little razzle-dazzle. And then they give it right back, and then it drops right in the hands of the Sun Devils. So sloppiness over the last several possessions, but nonetheless, Max Walter, 6'4" guard, is able to convert. 59-52, 7-point, fouled the jump shooter. I think is that Lawrence, I believe, found Rock Johnson? I mean, Johnson put it on the floor, step back, bang, just like that. I think Lawrence a little beside himself right there. Certainly don't like to see those tees come. First personal on Lawrence. It'll be side out. Fully feared up by 8, 60-52. Johnson will inbound it. Little lapse with the pass inside. They'll double. Swing it one more time. Nothing but nylon. Green's having himself a very solid afternoon. Tried to go inside and they looked for the cutter. Lawrence couldn't corral it. Murphy missed. Now fully feared has an opportunity one more time in transition. 1-on-3, doesn't drop. Coming back the other way, 2-on-1 for the Sun Devils. And they finally get a much-needed basket. to play in this third quarter. They trail the Sun Devils 63-54. Excellent bounce pass. Gorgeous looking vision. Down 13, they find themselves now down 7 with a $1:43 to go in the third. And here, the bench just trying to will them a little bit. Nice look inside, drop off one more time. Unselfish, doesn't drop, doesn't fall. Little loose change, Sun Devils have it. They want to get out one more time with numbers. Long three in transition. Count that bucket in transition. Oh, that is a big boy shot right there. Fired up, Max Walter, the 6'4" guard, stops in Europe, Africa, and El Salvador with a trifecta. Nice little run right now by the Sun Devils, down 13. They trail 63-59, and frustration starting to set in with Fully Feared with a $1:14 to go in this third. Morrow with 3 personal fouls, Murphy with 2, McGilbro with 2 for the Sun Devils, just if you were curious. Defensively, the Sun Devils starting to ratchet up. They converge and clog the middle. Oh, they're going to get the reaching right there. Walker laboring a little bit. Under a minute to go. Johnson drawing that double team. High arcing 3. Wow. High arcing 3 that drops home. Coming back the other end. That 3 doesn't drop. Fully Feared. See, Sun Devils though. Walter's a little scrappy player trying to get in there and cause that turnover. Kick out. That's not the shot Fully Feared needed under 35 seconds to go. And an easy play. Threading the needle through the seam. And then Walker, the recipient of that one. Johnson splits the defense. Up and under. Doesn't fall. No one boxes out. Another opportunity to go to the line for Fully Feared. A 5. They can build upon it. Freeman can't convert the first, but active, and that's what you want to see. By the way, Robinson's a +6 on the floor right now. Walker is a +2. Hala is a +10 for Fully Feared. And we look at the Sun Devils holding for that last shot. Got to get going. Off the mark. Desperation heave after the whistle. 67-61. So a nice little run by the Sun Devils. They trail by as many as 13. They slice into it. And they trail by 6 after 3 quarters of action. Game 2 of a 4-game schedule on this Saturday afternoon into the early evening. Rich Quinones here. Warriors League Thailand 2026. As always, don't forget, get social with us. Very easy to do. Follow along on social media. On IG at Warriors Thailand. Please like, comment, subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. Very easy to do. You can check us out on Facebook. And we also post a lot of stats, news, and notes. Gives you an opportunity to fans at home to follow along with some of your favorite players. 67-61, fully feared up by 6. Looking to go to 4-0 early on in this tournament. Fourth quarter coming up on the other side. We'll get you caught up to speed with some stats after 3 as well. As we get set for the fourth, Murphy with 11, McDonald with 10, Lawrence with 14. Very solid, playing both ends of the floor. McGilbro with 10 for the Sun Devils. They've only gone to the line 7 times. I like to see the guards be a little more assertive in this fourth quarter. For fully feared, Johnson leading all scorers with 23. He's the high man. Freeman with 14. Green with 10. Hala with 14. All right, here we go. Fourth quarter. Sun Devils have it. White uniforms moving right to left. Lawrence being harassed underneath. Oh, slippery little shot, acrobatic shot by Kobe Lawrence, a.k.a. Olympico. Just using that 6'5" frame to slither underneath. It's a 4-point lead for fully feared early on in this fourth. And you gotta imagine that as this game deepens into the fourth, a lot of the possessions, that's a great take coming back, are gonna run to Johnson. Coffin corner, Walter thought about it, gives it up. Bartman passes off, drop off, counter. Lawrence to the driving Murphy, excellent job. Murphy's going to go to the line. There's your drop off. There's the contact and a little hoop and harm for number 5. 6'4" combo guard out of North Carolina. Can't convert, so the lead sits at 6. Pardon me, check that. At 4 for fully feared. They're up 69-65. Pardon me. That's a tough call on the floor. Not sure if they're going to tag Lawrence with that one. So you see the difference offensively for this squad without Robinson's 34 points a clip, but other players have stepped up, and this is a potentially, just a gut check opportunity, a little character builder for fully feared. Drop off, almost gave it away. I think they did step on the end line. That was an errant pass by Lawrence. Not much that Max Walter can do with that one. Tried to stretch and grab it. Bodies crashing to the floor. They tried to get that turnover. Johnson has it. He'll slow it down. They'll split the defense and add insult to injury right there. Drew the double, slew it through. Walter's going to pick up the cheapy foul. 7:30 to go in this fourth quarter. Fully Feared up 71-65. Looking to move to 4-0. And it's not going to be easy. Final 7 and change to go. Johnson, though, has been the catalyst, the high man as well. Inside. Walker drew the double. Picks it up. They'll swing it. 3-ball. Count it. Talk about that production coming from other sources, and you're seeing it tonight for Fully Feared. 74-65. And right back the other end. Kenny Scott with a 3 of his own. Under 7 play in his fourth. Good, very good game. Competitive contest. Seeing a lot of talent and skill on the floor right now. With the Sun Devils, I would still stick with that half-court offense. You don't want to make this a track meet. Not the shot you want, that possession. Trailing by 8. They cut it down to 4, mind you. A little lapse getting across the timeline. Lawrence with a whip pass. They'll track it down. And right back again. For a big man, Lawrence has very good court vision. Murphy, the recipient of that one, drops it home. 76-70, Fully Feared. Up by 6. Trying to get that half-court offense going. Ball's got to go through number 5's hands, Rock Johnson. And that's missed. Sun Devils have it now 3-on-2. 3. Murphy again doing yeoman-like work down on a low block right now, and they slice it back down to 4. 5.5 to go. Yeah, you need it right now in number 5's hands. Let him draw the double. Let him create. Contesting the challenge shot there. Ooh, coming back the other end. Weak side help, but the contact was there. Lawrence going to go to the line for 2 with a chance to make it a one-possession game if he knocks down both free throws. 76-72, Fully Feared up by 4. 5:11 to go. Lawrence 2 of 4 from the line. Second one. Knocks it home. So we said at the beginning, the onset of the telecast, if you're the Sun Devils, keep it within striking distance into the fourth, and here we are under 5 to go. They find themselves down 3. Walker, the lefty, pulls the trigger on the 3. Doesn't fall. Sun Devils have it. They're going to get out and run. Nice shot. Stop and pop. Foul line extended. Ooh, coming back the other end. Rock Johnson says, wait a minute, with the right hand. And that's the team that we've seen over the last couple of weeks. And right back the other end with a 3-ball. Mora, one of the best 3-point shooters of this tournament. May 12 coming in, spin move and a dandy off the glass. How about this? Back and forth, and here we go. 4:13 to go. After the Walker spin move, 80-78. Lawrence thought about the 3, puts it on the floor, being harassed, turns it over. And he's going to draw the contact. Freeman They might tag him with it, number 35. We'll wait to see. But nonetheless, another possession for the Sun Devils. They're not fully feared over the limit just yet. 80-78, under 4 to play in this fourth quarter. Who's going to step up for the Sun Devils? Murphy. Off the mark. They boxed out. They do a good job. They clean it up. Fully feared has it. They've got some numbers as well. Oh, and they just turned it over. You might have a cherry pick opportunity coming back the other end. Great defensive hustle by Fully Feared. Walker disrupted that shot, got back on defense, and it sits 80-78, 3:34 to go. Clock continues to run in this fourth. Fully Feared up by 2. McDonald off the mark. And once again, little Johnny on the spot. Johnson coming back the other end. Oh, what a move! You gotta be kidding me! A circus shot by Rock Johnson. Underneath, contorted his body with the right hand off the glass and a little soft kiss. And now an opportunity for a jailbreak. Look out for the alley-oop. Under 3 to go. Rock Johnson taking over for Fully Feared right now. Sun Devils just need to calm down. High arcing 3 for Murphy. This turned out to be a whale of a contest. 2:30 to go. Back and forth, and here we go. It's the battle of the headbands. Murphy and Johnson, respectively. These two are putting on a show. Johnson's just been on fire in this fourth quarter. Spin move, thought about it. Long 3. Good box out by Murphy. Walker, though, was trying to state his case on the box out that he got nailed. He didn't kick out. And another big bucket. So we're talking about the unsung heroes right now. McGilbert having himself a game. Sun Devils, first seed in a long time. Walker, that doesn't fall. I mean, right now, the hot hand is either Murphy or number 35, Marquise McGilbert. Ooh, and it's going to go back the other end. That's a rough foul. It's a tough possession right there. And Green taking one for the team for Fully Feared. So, $1:17 to go. Timeout on the floor. Sun Devils up 85-84. A lot to unpack in this one. Murphy right now with 29. Johnson with 29. So it's been, as I said, the battle of the headbands back and forth. These two have been absolutely just brilliant. Murphy 9 of 23 from the floor. McDonald adding 10. Lawrence adding 17 and 6 boards, 4 assists. He does have 5 turnovers and a couple of fouls. Marquise McGilbert, 16 points. Excellent production in 28 minutes for the Sun Devils. For Fully Feared, I mentioned Johnson 29, Walker 10, Freeman 16, Green 10. Achar Haller with 17, 9 of 12 on the floor. And Fully Feared's doing it without one of the tournament's most prolific scorers in Jordan Robinson. 34 points, 24 rebounds, not available this afternoon. Rock Johnson and a cast of characters picking up the slack in his absence. 85-84, bucket can give Fully Feared the lead with $1:10 to go in this fourth. Walker, see if they go right inside. They'll draw that double team. Spin moving a dandy. Baseline, they cut it off and still managing to slip it home with the right hand. And now they'll press Long three. I don't know if they needed a three right there. McDonald. That doesn't fall. Rebound fully feared. They want to get out. See if they slow it down with 40 seconds. If the Sun Devil... Oh, step back three. Not the shot you want there. 86-85. No reason for that three. I think that was Green. You get the benefit of the call on the foul, though. But probably not the shot you want right there. You're up in this game. No need for a three-pointer. Pull it back out with 32 seconds to go. Try to ice the game, knock down a couple free throws, make it still a one-possession game if he knocks down both of them. First one is true. Freeman 2 of 2, so it is a three-point game. Got to keep an eye out for Moore and Murphy. Under 25 to go, 88-85. Sun Devils down by a three, looking to pull off the upset. Little stagger step. McDonald drawing the double team. Got to get rid of it, and he does. Gets it inside. Now they go right back to the corner. Count it! Tough bucket off balance. It's a one-possession game. They're going to foul quickly, and they'll send Johnson to the line. Trailing 88-87. 12 seconds to go in the fourth. So if anything, you have to box out here if you're the Sun Devils. Just in case Rock Johnson misses 2 shots from the line. Johnson 1 of 1 tonight. Missed the first. Certainly have to box out. 88-87, fully feared up by 1. Calmly knocks down the second, so it is a one-possession game, 2 to tie, a 3 can win it, 89-87, 12 seconds to go. Sun Devils trail by 2, moving right to left in the white uniforms. Timeout on the floor. Well, if you're fully feared, you know right now you want to draw these guys out, right? You don't want these guards to have a running start to kind of break down the defenders. Now, I would suspect they'll look for Murphy to either pop out and or Moore. Moore is one of the tournament's best three-point shooters. Now, McDonald can also flash number 7. And then if you get the ball in Lawrence's hands, there's no need to draw that double team, especially if he's beyond the arc. Once he puts it on the floor and goes to the, you'll see fully feared converge. And that's exactly what the Sun Devils want, because you've seen some cutters. Lawrence has been able to drop it off and really make some nice dimes this evening. So this is something that bears worth watching this last possession. He's got 5 assists. 12 seconds to go, fourth quarter. Fully feared up 89-87 over the Sun Devils. All right, so we'll see how the Sun Devils play this one out. Got to get the ball into number 5's hands, see if he can just create. McDonald, got to get that ball into Murphy's hands. Oh, they were able to stagger away and reject it weak side with the help. And they were looking, that's going to stay with the Sun Devils. Freeman was looking for contact on the call. That's a clean swipe by Johnson. I'm a little surprised, though, the ball hasn't touched Aaron Murphy's hands. I would give him the rock and let him try to penetrate with 7 seconds to go. If anything, just draw some contact. Oh, they go underneath. Off-balance shot that doesn't fall. 2 possessions where number 5 doesn't touch the basketball. Late. And 2 will ice it, and really, they actually put a couple more seconds back on the clock. Missed the first. Walker. And purposely missed the second. They got an opportunity, though. And Fully Feared hangs on for dear life to win it 89-87. Sun Devils had an opportunity. Last gas, it doesn't fall. Last two possessions prior to did not go through number 5. Fully Feared remains undefeated. It was not easy. Johnson with a monster game, a team high, a game high 30 points. Freeman 20 and 35 minutes. Hala with 17, Green with 10, Walker with 10 for Fully Feared for the Sun Devils. Murphy with 20. Last couple possessions and not touch the basketball. McDonald with 10, Lawrence with 17, and Marquise McGilbra with 18 in 29 minutes of action. Got to the line 10 times, 4 of 10 from the charity stripe. 3-point shooting, 7 of 24 for the Sun Devils. For Fully Feared, uncharacteristically 28 times from the line. Now, again, granted, they didn't have Jordan Robinson, who scores a lot of his buckets underneath the basket. They got to the line 26 times, solid effort, 16 of 26. More importantly, they moved to 4-0 and pick up a very critical 2 points. 89-87, Fully Feared wins it by 2.